lot of things about sales that some you will already know, but we have spent a lot of time and a lot of energy on defining the sales process, and we've come up with a system that makes the sales process almost automatic. In the long wait sequence, for example, you might decide that you want to send that customer a letter, or that prospect a letter saying, thank you very much for seeing me. I understand that you're not ready yet, and so if you don't mind, we'll just keep in touch over the next 9 months. And that sales letter is tied to the next sales letter, which is triggered to go 35 days later. 35 days later, the system will spit out that second sales letter. After the second sales letter, the system triggers automatically to go to the next event. Now, the next event might be a fax, it might be an email, it might be that you want the salesperson to phone or to make a call. Now, the nice thing about that is it will generate a piece of paper that you hand the salesperson. It says you're going to call this person. Here's the history of what's happened so far. Here's the questions that you want to answer, answered, and the salesperson just does that, makes the call, writes it down, ticks it off, basically just a couple of tick boxes, hands it back, and it's entered into the system, and that's all he has to do. So the system that we're talking about, it will simply hand you the letters and say, these are the letters that need to be sent today, and by the way, here's the envelopes. Now, it's not smart enough to stuff the two, okay? But you have people around the office that can stuff envelopes, I'm sure, if you don't want to do it yourself. Same thing with emails. It knows the words you want to say because we've already predefined the sequence. It knows the words, it knows who is going to send it to, push the button, all the emails go. So now we've gotten rid of all the letters, we've gotten rid of all the emails, same thing with the faxes. All you're left with is, okay, so you got 10 people you got to phone today. Do we have time to phone 10 people today if we don't have to do all the other stuff? Sure you do. That's the secret. The secret in real sales, my formula has always been, I didn't know quite how to execute this all the time, but my formula has been that a successful salesperson looks for people who are 49% inclined to buy his or her product or service. And you simply move them up 2% because at 51% you have a sale. I can't tell you the number of salespeople that feel that everybody is a prospect and they have no interest, and the salesperson works so diligently to take them from 0% to 51%. And after 6 months of trying, they finally make this sale, and they're so happy that they made the sale. Meanwhile, the star performer has been out on the golf course and has sold 24 or 25 sales because he knows, go find people that are 49% inclined and convert them 2%. The other is a losing proposition. Now, what you can do with this marketing system is you can say, all right, I can take people that are 46%, I can take people that are 44%, because I can automate the softening process, if you will. The process of introducing your product and service, conditioning them to say, hey, this is something that I'd be interested in, and it's amazing, but people will actually come to you. They will seek you out. Any other questions? I promise I won't be so long-winded next time. Well, I want to thank you all for being here tonight. You have no idea how good you've made me feel that you actually showed up. And if we can be of any help to you at all, please call Ann or myself. You have our information, I believe, on the sheet in front of you, and we'd be happy to talk to you. Thank you again for coming, and good night.